some of the things coming up. And of course, Matt Baker from The One Show. We were very lucky to grab a few minutes with it. Check out our Facebook page. There are some fantastic pictures on there. And you'll see Matt Baker very, very laid back in that interview. That show coming live from here after us tonight on national telly. The BBC One Show is setting up for tonight. It's right opposite here, us here at the BBC Radio York stage. Earlier, I managed to catch up with the delightful Matt Baker. He was just so lovely. He was brought up on a farm only a stone's throw, really, from here, just north over the border. It's been a busy day for the BBC One Show team because they are actually coming live from the bandstand at the Great Yorkshire Show. They will be opposite the BBC stage whilst we're live on air. Matt Baker is here. Matt, what have you been up to today? A lot of people have been telling me that you and Alex have been entertaining the crowds with some pigs.
Well, this is the thing. Well, to be honest with you, because when we're on air, obviously a lot of the show will have wound down for the evening. So we've been going around with lots of flyers, just trying to tell people that the One Show's coming at 7 o'clock. So please stick around. And while we've been bodding around, then yes, we did some pig racing. I ran up that pole. I don't know. Have you seen that pole? There's like a lumberjack pole.
I try and keep away from it.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, it's very inviting. Let me tell you. So we ran up there. It's a bit of falconry. Al was in the gin tent, of course. She loves a gin and tonic, this Al. So yeah, we've just a general flavour really, and that's the idea of the whole programme tonight. It's just to give a sense and a feel of the people really that are here and what drives them.
You must have been to the Great Yorkshire Show before, have you?
Oh, honestly, every year of my life. And I said to everybody this morning, I said, we've got to set off early because the traffic, you wouldn't believe the traffic in that car park. But every year. I mean, that's, growing up on a farm. This was, to be honest, this was a highlight of our year. So I'm absolutely delighted because we always look on the One Show for reasons to go out and do our outside broadcasts and what have you. And I said, look, the Great Yorkshire Show, seriously, it's brilliant. It's a wonderful spectacle. We've got to get up there and we've got to do it. And it's worked out. And so we're here doing the live show.
So tell us about your schedule, because it's pretty busy, because you've also got Countryfile. I don't know if you've been doing any filming for Countryfile while you've been here.
Well, do you know, it's interesting because we were at the Kent County Show last weekend, so hence that's what we did for Countryfile there.
That's very difficult to say.
Yeah, I know. Focused on the right word there. But yeah, so basically my life is a bit of a nightmare schedule-wise, because obviously doing the One Show Monday to Thursday, and then I've got to do Countryfile for the weekend as well, and I always film my Countryfiles on a Friday, so everything you see is what I get up to in just one day. I mean, the other presenters have the luxury of maybe 2 or 3 days filming, but for me, I've really got to squeeze everything in. So when you see me on the One Show sofa on Thursday night, be aware that I'll be running off that sofa onto or into whatever mode of transport is necessary to get me from, it could be anywhere from the Outer Hebrides, onwards. So it is a challenge to try and get everything done, but I love it. And for me, I mean, Countryfile it's a real joy to do. It's a passion of mine. It's a love, and you just kind of want to encourage everybody to get out there and go and explore for themselves.
You've spent a lot of time in North Yorkshire for Countryfile as well. I mean, we've really focused an awful lot on the programme in the last year, which has been brilliant.
Well, this is you're always going to go somewhere where there's got a lot to offer, and I mean that's the idea really with Countryfile, is just to try and get a bit of diversity within the hour of the programme. And if our peg is something, then how we research the programme really is we start with maybe one story, and then we'll ask those contributors if they know of any other things that are happening. And because it's such a close-knit kind of wonderful community feel across the whole of the county, that everybody feels so well connected that they can pass us on to the next person and the next person. So really it's great to have areas that you can bank on. Maybe when you look at the map and you think, oh, we haven't been there for a while or whatever, and then bang, let's go to Yorkshire. We know we can get some really good content in a short space of time there. And I love it myself. I love Yorkshire, and I'm a little bit further north, but it'll do for me.
It's all right, we'll let you off. What have you enjoyed the most today?
Do you know, I've just enjoyed being here again. I mean, it's been quite a few years since I've been to the Yorkshire Show, and all those memories growing up and being here and it being a big part of my year, it feels like a big part of my childhood that I'm revisiting, and it's lovely. That it feels really good, and I knew it would be like this. I'm delighted that the weather is the way it is, because when you're telling everybody down south and all them telly folk, come up, you'll love it, it'll be brilliant, or you just fingers crossed that everything is going to be, and it's worked out, and so I feel really proud actually, and I feel proud of everybody that Alex is meeting lots of people here, and she's saying, oh, the people are lovely, the people, and I'm like, yeah, of course they are, and everybody's so welcoming, and it's got a lot of heart, this show, and I just feel I'm delighted to be reconnected with that heart.
Well, thank you for finding the time to talk to us, because I know you've got a busy schedule. So I'll see you at the bandstand then. Yeah. I'll be at one end, you'll be at the other. Can I apologise if we're too noisy for you? and likewise, if you're playing your music, whatever, too loud, I'll be like, hang on, Ellie, shut up. So yeah, I'm sorry if I shout at you, but I don't mind if you shout at me. Oh, that's fine. Matt Baker, thank you very much indeed. Wasn't he just absolutely delightful? Great. Absolutely brilliant. If you check out our Facebook page, you can just see how laid back he was. Neil, who's actually driving us in the studio from the Sunday Songs from the Shows programme, Neil Foster, of course, many listeners, you all know Neil. Neil is actually pressing all the buttons back at studio, and Neil said, he said, that picture on Facebook is really good. He said, your shirts really match, you complement each other. So it was just lovely. We just sat outside the press box, we sat on the grass, he had a cup of coffee, and we just had a good old natter, and it was just like talking to your next door neighbour. Really, really lovely. So that's on the telly tonight, BBC One at 5 to 7. So over in the distance, the BBC One show is getting ready. They've got this huge stage and all the lighting there. They've been rehearsing since about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Lots of people sort of gathered round there. There'll be various things on the programme. And if you miss Matt Baker the first time around, you'll be able to hear him after 6 o'clock. A really, really lovely chat with Matt Baker, talking about, his fondness for the Great Yorkshire Show and what him and Alex Jones have been up to today. Matt Baker, thank you very much indeed. He was just absolutely delightful. You can get pictures and videos on our Facebook page, facebook.com/BBC York, and recapture the magic moments of today's Great Yorkshire Show, the second day of the Great Yorkshire Show.